In this lesson, we will be finishing the primary folds on our cowboy character. So in the last lessons, we went over the 7 main fold shapes on this character. Now I'm going to take the time and finish the primary fold so that we can bring this to a more final state. So I went ahead and in this file, I added a hat, a belt, and cowboy boots. So just to kind of, bring this to a more final state, we're going to focus on the pants. We're going to work on the main folds here, and then the next few lessons we'll work on the shirt, finalizing the vest, and then working on seam lines and stitching as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and I have my reference open here on the side. So what I want to do is go to my move brush, and I just want to kind of fit these ends of the pants so they just fit around the boot. So I just want to kind of get these in place. And just kind of move these in place and just kind of bring them down and just kind of make sure that these look like they're compressing. So just going to move these down, and then so where the front is just sort of touching the boot. So something like that. I then want to work on the folds sort of in the crotch and the thighs. So I'm just going to look at my reference. I'm going to go to fold 02, and I'm just going to go ahead and get out of X symmetry and just make a mark right down here. This is where the area where the zipper is going to go. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just mark off some areas where the folds would be. So right there, kind of right in here, and then down. And then this one, maybe it only has 2 folds. So, and then probably bring some folds up here. So just kind of breaking up this form so it's not so flat. So maybe bring in some other folds down here. Just kind of break up these flat areas. So like that. I'm just going to try to make a line, indicating where the seam of the pants will be. So somewhere about there. I do the same thing on the other side. So somewhere right about there. And then I'm just going to keep breaking up this form. So I'm just going to add in some lines. I'm actually probably going to bring my intensity down just a little bit, because what I sort of want to do is just kind of very lightly just break up these forms and kind of work on this silhouette just a little bit. And just make it a little bit more interesting. So something like that. Kind of break this up a little bit. So just keep working my way up. And maybe turn to the back a little bit. Bring my intensity back up just a little bit. And just kind of work on this a little, put some folds back here. So just kind of bring some of these around. So, and kind of work on these. So what I probably want to do right now is get a little bit more resolution. So I'm just going to subdivide it one more time. I'm going to stay on the Fold 2 brush, and I'm just going to add, just keep breaking up these shapes. So there. And maybe knock this one back a little bit. And just kind of keep breaking things up. So, in there. So, kind of put another fold in there. I want to move to the, change my move brush and just kind of pull this down a little bit. Make it just feel a little bit more natural. I'm going to go back to Folded 2. Just kind of bring this out a little bit. And just kind of put some smaller folds in here to break up this shape. So just going to keep going back and forth, pushing and pulling, just breaking up these shapes. So just keep working around the figure. So, and I think what I want to do is go to the Fold Pinch brush, and I want to start maybe adding some tighter folds. So maybe in here, and then there. Just kind of sharpening some of the edges, just to kind of give contrast. So just kind of moving around. And I want to go back to Folded 2. And since I have more resolution, I just want to make my brush a little bit smaller. And I just kind of want to hit some of these. So just kind of work on some of these that are already there. Maybe just create some new ones. Just want to bring this up and around like that. And maybe just kind of break that up a little bit more. So just want to touch some of these up and just kind of work on the back area a little bit. So just want to smooth that out a little bit. Kind of move things around and nudge things into place. So I just want to work on some of these a little bit. And kind of come down here and just sharpen some of these. A little bit of a smaller brush. So just kind of work on these. Just sharpen them up. So just working my way around the pants. And just like hitting these, making sure that these feel correct. So bring that around. I probably want to take my clay buildup brush and then just kind of fill this in a little bit. Looks like it's too sunken in there. And then bring this around. Fill that in. And yep, that looks pretty good. So I think this is looking a little weird right in here. So I'm just going to come in here and look at my reference and just kind of make that shape right here. So go back to my clay buildup and just build this up a little bit. Just looking for something a little bit more natural. I think what I want to do is maybe just flatten this out a little bit. I think maybe it's a little too defined. So I'm just using the trim dynamic to kind of flatten out some areas. So I think that's good for right now. In the next video, I'm going to finish off the primary folds in the shirt. So I'll see you in the next video.